Welcome to Dasanti Discoveries. Today we're taking a giant leap toward one of the most exciting discoveries in recent space exploration: water on the moon. For decades, scientists suspected that the moon might have small amounts of water, mostly hidden in shadowed craters at its poles. But in 2020, NASA confirmed the presence of water on the sunlit surface, opening up new possibilities for future missions, long-term habitation, and even sustainable lunar exploration. What does this discovery mean for the future of space travel? How did scientists confirm the presence of water, and why is it such a big deal? In this video, we'll dive deep into what makes the moon's water so important, how it can be used, and how it might shape the next era of human space exploration. Let's start with the discovery itself. In October 2020, NASA made a groundbreaking announcement. Using data from the Stratospheric Observatory for Infrared Astronomy, or SOFIA, they confirmed the presence of water molecules on the sunlit surface of the moon. Now, you might be wondering, haven't scientists known about water on the moon for years? Well, yes and no. Before this discovery, evidence suggested that the moon's water was mostly concentrated at its poles, hidden in the permanently shadowed regions where sunlight never reaches. These areas were thought to contain water ice, and this alone was exciting. But finding water on the moon's sunlit surface was unexpected. NASA's SOFIA detected water in the Clavius crater, one of the largest visible craters on the moon, which is located in the southern hemisphere. This was a major breakthrough because it meant that water might be more widespread across the lunar surface than previously thought, not just hidden in dark, shadowy places. So why is this discovery of water on the sunlit surface so important? For one, it challenges our understanding of how water behaves in space environments. The moon has no atmosphere to protect it from the harsh effects of solar radiation, so it was long believed that any water on the sunlit surface would either evaporate or be broken down by sunlight into hydrogen and oxygen. However, this discovery suggests that water on the moon may be trapped in tiny, glass-like beads within the lunar soil, or regolith, protecting it from the sun's harsh rays. These microbeads could hold significant amounts of water that could be extracted in the future. This changes the game because it means that water might be more readily accessible than previously thought, which brings us to the next point: future space exploration. Water is essential for human survival, and having a reliable source on the moon could make long-term missions far more sustainable. Astronauts would need water for drinking, growing food, and producing oxygen. Plus, water can be split into hydrogen and oxygen, two key components for rocket fuel. This could dramatically reduce the cost of future space missions, as we wouldn't need to carry vast quantities of water or fuel from Earth. This discovery couldn't have come at a better time, especially as NASA is ramping up its Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the moon by 2025. One of the key goals of Artemis is to establish a long-term presence on the moon, and this would require sustainable access to resources, like water. NASA plans to build a lunar base camp, which could eventually serve as a stepping stone for missions to Mars. If water can be harvested directly from the moon's surface, it could drastically lower the cost and logistical hurdles of supplying a permanent human settlement on the moon. Imagine, we could use lunar water to create a self-sustaining environment for astronauts, reducing our reliance on Earth. In fact, water on the moon could even support the development of lunar fuel stations. Instead of launching all the necessary fuel from Earth for missions to Mars or beyond, spacecraft could refuel at the moon using hydrogen and oxygen derived from lunar water. This opens up the possibility of a whole new level of space exploration, with the moon serving as a refueling outpost for deeper space missions. Now let's get into how scientists actually detected this water. SOFIA, the observatory that made the discovery, is a pretty unique piece of technology. Instead of being a typical ground-based telescope or satellite, SOFIA is mounted on a modified Boeing 747 jet. It flies high in the Earth's atmosphere, which allows it to observe infrared wavelengths that are blocked by moisture in the lower atmosphere. Using infrared light, SOFIA was able to detect the distinct signature of water molecules in the sunlight-reflecting surface of the Moon. This was a huge step forward, as earlier missions had only detected hydroxyl, a molecule made up of one hydrogen and one oxygen atom, which could be mistaken for water. SOFIA's discovery was groundbreaking because it confirmed the presence of actual H2O molecules. However, scientists still need to do more work to understand how much water is present and how accessible it is. Follow-up missions, including NASA's Viper rover, which will explore the Moon's South Pole in 2024, will be crucial in determining how much water is available and how we can extract it. While the discovery of water on the Moon is exciting, there are still a lot of challenges to overcome. Extracting water from the lunar regolith will be no easy task. The water is likely spread out in tiny amounts, possibly locked in glass-like beads or absorbed into the dust particles. Developing the technology to harvest and process this water efficiently is going to take time and innovation. Another challenge is understanding how water moves on the Moon. Without an atmosphere, the Moon's surface experiences extreme temperature changes, with blistering heat during the day and freezing cold at night. Scientists still aren't entirely sure how water molecules survive these harsh conditions, or how the water might migrate across the surface. Understanding these processes will be key to making the most of the Moon's water resources. But even with these challenges, the discovery of water is an encouraging sign that we can find and utilize resources in space, which is a crucial step toward a future of sustainable space exploration. So, what does the discovery of water on the Moon mean for the future of space exploration? In short, it could be a game changer. Water is one of the most vital resources for long-term missions, and finding it on the Moon gives us a huge advantage when it comes to establishing a permanent presence in space. This discovery is not just important for NASA's Artemis program. It could also benefit international space agencies and private companies that are working toward lunar missions. Companies like SpaceX, which aims to send humans to Mars, could potentially use the Moon as a refueling stop, dramatically reducing the costs and challenges of interplanetary travel. In the long term, the ability to use lunar water could pave the way for human exploration of Mars and beyond. The Moon could become a hub for space travel, with astronauts launching from Earth, stopping on the Moon to refuel, and then continuing on to their final destinations. It's a vision of the future that feels more possible now than ever before. Finding water on the Moon is more than just a scientific discovery. It's a glimpse into the future of space exploration. As we learn more about the Moon's resources and how to use them, we're getting closer to a future where humans can live and work beyond Earth for extended periods. It's also a reminder that the universe is full of surprises. Even in a place as seemingly barren and dry as the Moon, there are resources waiting to be discovered. The more we explore, the more we learn, and each discovery brings us one step closer to unlocking the mysteries of the cosmos. The discovery of water on the Moon is a monumental step toward the future of human space exploration. Whether it's supporting long-term lunar bases, fueling missions to Mars, or helping us better understand the Moon's environment, this finding opens up a world of possibilities. As we continue to explore space, we're likely to find even more surprises that challenge our understanding of the universe. With each new discovery, we move closer to a future where humans are not just visitors in space, but inhabitants. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the exciting discovery of water on the Moon. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think the discovery of water means for the future of space exploration? Let us know. And until next time, keep looking up and stay curious.